Hey Cancer, welcome to your March 1st through March 15th general Celtic Cross reading. I've got the spread out here and we'll take a look at what's going on. So again, this is general. I'm reading for all Cancers March 1st through 15th. If anything in this general reading grabs you, please check out the Schedulicity link below the video, and I think it's just the website will ask you to make an account. It takes 2 minutes, and then you can schedule an appointment with me at Mainspring Tarot, and we can do a more specific reading, a reading that's more specific to you and whatever issue comes up in the reading that you want to explore. I'm still doing readings for free. I, again, have been reading tarot cards for the general public for 2 weeks now. So just trying to get as much experience as I can with people outside of my friends and family and grow as a practitioner. So I'd love to have you make an appointment and do a reading. So let's take a look at your spread. At the heart of the situation, we have the World crossed by the Queen of Wands, and the World is reversed. So heart of the situation, we've got the World crossed by the Queen of Wands. So reversed or not, when we see the World come up in a reading, it's generally a positive thing. So it's that great, the World is those kind of transcendent moments in your life when it feels like your inner self and outer self have united, and it's so liberating. So it's reversed, which just means that the power of that card is somewhat muted, and we'll take a look at the rest of the reading and see if we can figure out what's going on there. So crossing you at the heart of the situation is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands could be a person, could be some aspect of yourself. She's just, she's that fire energy. She's smoldering. But she's more settled, you know. She's not leaning forward like the king. She's not uncomfortable with her responsibility. She's not uncomfortable at all in her skin. She just sits in her yellow gown with her legs slightly spread, gazing off, and it's just like she's so complacent in who she is and what she brings to the world. So that crossed by the World, or crossed with the World, I don't know, it's not super clear yet, so we'll come back to that. The basis of the situation is the Three of Wands in reverse. You have a lot of reverse cards in your reading. We'll see what we can come up with in regard to these. So Three of Wands in reverse, we've got this Emperor-looking gentleman staring off at this. We've got this sea in front of him that's kind of glittering with the golden, like the sun is setting, and he's looking at these ships in the distance. So the base of the situation is really going to get us at why you're here, like what brought you to this reading. You know, with that three, you've really reached the summit of some stage of development or some aspect of your career. You've won this, you've been victorious on this campaign of personal battles or battles out in the world. And it's like with the 3, it's like this sense of rest and completion, but he's still staring off at something new. And in your recent past, we've got the 2 of Wands in reverse. And let's compare the 2 because we've got some similarities here. So with both cards, we've got someone staring off. With the 3 of Wands, we've got this gentleman here staring off at the sea. With 2 of Wands, we've got a gentleman standing atop a castle wall. Again, someone of the merchant or higher class, so someone that's achieved some level of wealth. Again, that can be real world or just personal wealth. And he's got the world in his hand. Take a look at how small the world is, though, and he too is staring off. So both of these cards are reversed. And with the Queen, coming up in the heart of the situation, the whole reading to me feels like with the 2 of Wands in the recent past, it really feels to me like you've actually already made. It's not like you're exploring new things or thinking about it. With the 2 in reverse, it's like you've made the leap. Like you got to this point of rest and completion, again, personally or career-wise. And with the 2 in the recent past, it's like you've made that leap, so you're going for it. And a couple of more reverse cards here. Part of why you were resisting that is we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, both reversed. This 4 of Pentacles is in the Self position, so we've got this miserly looking gentleman who is so constricted. Like he's so, he's so locked into his possessions and his wealth. And I mean, there's a stability there. In some situations, this card is pretty positive because it's like you could be clinging to some sense of stability in a rough situation. But reverse suggests like a loosening up. Reverse suggests that that the man here lets go of the pentacle here that's in his heart. So there's like this opening and this loosening up. So maybe the hesitance, pretty natural thing. The hesitance for you in the past, Cancer, before exploring whatever this new thing is that fear of not having money, that fear of you rest in a certain place long enough and you become kind of tight. Like life demands movement and change, and you got to this really safe place, either personally or with your job, but you've jumped into something new. So it's good. I mean, it's good. It's good that you've made the leap, and you're not going in like this. So the fact that right now in this situation you're like, this is good. It's like you're seeing things clearly and you're exploring things with an openness rather than being so tight about money or uptight in general. In the position of the environment, we have the King of Cups. So again, with these court cards, for some of you, Cancer, this is a person. For some of you, this is some aspect of yourself. I think what's really interesting about this card being in the environment position is the environment in this court card is so important. So I think it might for a lot of you Cancers, this might relate to your current environment. If you take a look at the king here, he has kind of that pinched expression on his face. It's just, there's this sea of water behind him. He's got all of this imaginative and creative power, but he's stuck in this position, like he's stuck on this throne, this position of responsibility. And I tend to interpret that pinched expression like Rachel Pollack and a lot of others, that to mean that he's here and he's in this position of responsibility, but you know, whatever that position is, there's not so much the openness for that playful imagination, that creativity. The water behind him is dammed up. His foot's not touching the water. So this is that person that, you know, this is that person that was Cancer. This is that person that was really creative, but then went through, like, wanted that stability and went through life and became a lawyer, right? Like ascended to a position of status, or became an engineer or whatever. And no matter what that, if you're this imaginative, if you're this type, there's always going to be that desire to play, to set that, like to undam that imaginative, creative aspect of yourself. So this is in your environment position. Which, again, it could be a person of this type that's in your environment that's having an effect on the situation. So if that holds true, then, like, if that's what's intuitively clicking with you, then that makes sense. But it could also be Cancer that the reason you made the leap. Because everything about the cards, like the major trend that I'm seeing so far is that you are this self-made, like you are the self-made person. Like you worked so hard and you won so many battles, and it's like you came to the summit, like you came to the summit of whatever your career is or your journey of self-development, and it's like you got there, and then there was this call to keep going. There's this call to keep moving, and part of it is just like that. What it could be with the King of Cups is that things felt a little dammed up. So in your hopes and fears position, we've got the Ace of Cups, which makes me think that, you know, the Ace of Cups is that really powerful symbol of the Holy Grail that resonates with us. It's the thing that, Holy Grail is the thing that keeps King Arthur's kingdom in order, and once it disappears, once it's gone, everything kind of falls into chaos. So we've got the Ace of Cups upright. So you're just hoping for this, you know, you're hoping for this period of stability and happiness. So maybe things have been a little bit rocky with this transition, because in your potential outcome, we've got the Star in reverse, which so potential outcome, we've got the Star in reverse, and in your outcome, we actually have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Upright, we've got the Man rising above the situation. Reversed, it's, you know, the opposite. So reversed, there's a certain sense of being consumed by or falling into it. And when we get the Star in reverse, it means, like, at a really deep level, there's this doubt or there's disruption in your hope about the situation. So altogether, Cancer, what I'm getting is You've made this leap. You're exploring this new thing. And that's so vague, I know, but it with the wands and the pentacles, it feels like a career thing to me. And you've made the leap, and now you're here looking for a reading, and you're looking for, you're looking for assurance that things are going to be okay, because it's like you had this long period of stability. You had this long period of being competent at your work and what you do. And now you've made this leap, and it's the easy competence isn't so much there anymore. And I mean, what the deck is giving us, and I don't want to try to read anything into the cards that isn't there, but what the deck is giving us is the world in reverse. So recognizing that you made this transition because you wanted to get to something you wanted to get to some career that did a better job of uniting the inner you with whatever the outer you is, whatever it is you're putting out into the world. And maybe that has something to do with this King of Cups. Maybe it's you're getting into an environment that lends itself more to you feminine Cancers with your watery, creative, imaginative powers. So maybe it's something there where it's like the inner you is gonna work more. But whenever we get the world at the heart of the reading, you're getting a positive message from the cards. So it's saying that, yes, there's this doubt, and that's going to happen with any transition, and there are going to be moments when you feel like you're going under, but the world is here, and now that I'm looking back, I'm getting that Queen of Wands is you. So guy or girl, that's your energy. It's like this, you've got this supreme comfort in your skin, and I mean, this person is the kind of person you want to hang out with, Cancers. So you've got this supreme comfort in your skin, this sense of ease on your throne. You've got the sunflower here suggesting this, like you're always looking outward, and you're this warm individual that approaches the world with joy. And then we've got, in the front of the picture, we've got this black cat standing guard. And it's the interpretation I read of that I really like is that the universe really cares about personalities like this and finds a way to send things to look out for them. So the world and the cat in the heart of the reading, Cancers has me thinking that universe is looking out for you. The outcome card isn't super. Seven of Wands in reverse, and the star doesn't necessarily show us that, it's not giving us a timetable on when you're going to get out of this, because you just kind of got to work through this doubt and be you, and you're being watched out for, and you're going to come out of this. I'm proud of you for making this leap into something that is going to work better for you, Cancers. All right. We will see you March 15th.